You end up just experiencing life as you feel. You ought to, and you never get to have that which really makes you feel alive. This is a mentality built through the process of socialization and is slowly negating your happiness. Here, the beliefs that keep you a prisoner and show you how to get out of the prison, called obligation, will be discussed. If you have to picture something quite inspirational for your work, try picturing the ability to wake up every morning and work not out of obligation, but out of passion. By the end, you will have an appreciation of what is holding you back and be armed with tools that will help you get your life back and excel. Are you now ready to play the part of the Stakhanovite and change your life and the lives of those around you for the better? Let me help you to find the things that are going to make you change forever. Please come and sign up to be a part of the change. There are many such people, starting, for instance, from Billy, who most often feel overwhelmed by tasks that they think they should do. This illusion gives rise to a negative attitude towards productivity and makes things that can possibly improve their performance a chore. They reject self-development and go in for short-term pleasures, seeking to be occupied with things that will divert their thoughts. That bright future is only visible in the distance, but then life feels like being on a hamster wheel, running motionlessly, very fast, but not forward. This is how one starts to identify the pattern, which is the first step to escape and get back one's life. For instance, there are people who shrink at the idea of jogging or running on the treadmill. They see it as a huge burden and not a ticket to a better life. They keep browsing on the social networks where people progress and develop. They stagnate. But what if they alter this thinking? Rather than perceiving exercise as a chore, they might harness it as a means to enhance efficiency, create and maintain a positive outlook and a process of self-development. This way, they might opt to get to love such activities, as they might find that working out is fun, for instance, if they like dancing or hiking with friends. Finally, the concept has it that the so-called shoulds, to which one aspiring to success clamps oneself, have been externally induced. Asking these questions helps one to begin to disentangle wanting from feeling that one must do something. This disconnection is important in an attempt to achieve a better life, since they have time on what they love to do rather than what their fake selves love to do. In this process, they will realize that the road to a better future is marked by options that reflect their true selves rather than what they have been told to do. And this realization opens the door to the next important step. The neuroplasticity approach is known as mental reframing. This is why cognitive restructuring is such a strong intervention that can change how people see their roles and ambitions. If they change the way they look at things, they will find that in every miserable chore they have to do, there is actually a fairy tale. For example, rather than perceiving a routine task, for example, a budget, as a boring job, one can take it as a challenge and try to turn into a better provider for themselves and their dependents. This can result in what may well be a profoundly transformative alteration in attitude that work, obligations, and day-to-day tasks, when approached in this manner, can bring more meaning and satisfaction to one's life, and the process of personal development becomes a spin-off of embracing what might have been seen as a chore. Think about what a student might think of preparation for examination. First, it may appear as a challenging work so boring that filled with pressure and anxiety. Still, by altering the perception of the certain event, the student is able to realize that this work is a foundation to success. The participants could enumerate and imagine themselves, for instance, reaching the goals, and might think of the feeling of walking across the graduation stage. This sort of mental change not only imparts the studying process, but also improves their performance, because they will be studying with the right attitude, an attitude that is insatiable in knowledge. However, reframing does not only reflect on particular jobs, it can encompass life decisions. Learners who receive feedback that they need to start perceiving life as a treasure trove of chances for growth become more resourceful. They might travel, paint, fundraise, write, play sports, or anything of that sort, which we know makes life better. This forward-looking culture creates a learning culture development where they do not fear change but seek it actively. As they cultivate this new perspective, they will find themselves better equipped to navigate life's ups and downs, leading seamlessly into the next crucial aspect: amnesia, impulsiveness, minimizing any hint of compulsion. Free from compulsion is a deeper level of satisfaction one is required to achieve in order to gain a fulfilling existence or life, as it assists a person to separate those desires they have from necessity and those they have merely because they are compelled to do so by the society. Most people get trapped in the web of habits that are involuntary and are triggered by marketing and perceptions around them. For example, a person will feel he or she must own any particular gadget, such as the recent smartphone models, with the conviction that will help improve on productivity or help lead a better life. The sad thing is, this impulse can liberate lust for something transient, supplying the seemly need for accomplishment. These are patterns that one has to notice to be able to be free from such behaviors. In other words, how many people feel the necessity to follow trends which concern clothing, appliances, or behaviors? They could spend hard-earned cash in gadgets they do not consider essential, just for the sake of it. It is what one is supposed to do. By taking a step back and taking a self-check, people can make decision on what actually satisfies them. Such a process of self-discovery is a rather critical one in helping people grow to be better individuals, as well as in ensuring that their actions help to shape a better future for the society. However, to practice YOLF, this needs to be done deliberately, to do things that really matter and bring joy. People are able to avoid giving into societal expectations and merely choose activities that they may have passion for. For instance, a person will prefer to dedicate the time that he or she would otherwise spend using the social media apps to learn a new activity like painting or coding instead. Such change also increases their efficiency when it comes to tasks that they have enthusiasm for, and also results in a more fulfilling and satisfying life. As they embrace this new mindset, they will find themselves better equipped to navigate the complexities of life, paving the way for the next important concept, cognitive restructuring. That being said, having explored the content of this video, one has to realize that a person's attitude either leads to the improvement of the previously mentioned aspects of one's life and therefore the entire life, or perpetuates the suffering. Well, therefore, let's look at what you will do with this knowledge. Is it time to overcome the shoulds of your life and get on the right track of self-improvement? By all means, be encouraged that it lies in you to transform your life. Take a moment to reflect, in what ways can you commit acts that reflect your authentic self's choices and preferences in the current day? Whether one is finally picking up that book they have had on their to-read list for a long time, taking up a new interest, or refusing to go where one does not wish to go, it is all the same. The moment has come to get your life on track to a better future is now. Act now. If you like this video, please like it and do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be updated on the next video about changing your mindset and leveraging your performance. Let's embark on this journey together, and remember, the real you is hidden deep inside and it is still possible to find the best of you or your outlook on life. Until the next video. In this journey we are together.